Hello, welcome to the video. Recently I made a project in Blender. I made the castle that you obviously saw in the thumbnail, and I thought it was an interesting project, something that you guys might be interested in hearing a little bit about. I'm not going to go into specifics because it is a very long video. The unedited clip that I'm watching currently is 2 hours long, so obviously I'm going to have to make sure I don't go for too long. There's mainly just the generalization that like the things that I learned, the general things that I learned while doing this. I think you guys will enjoy. So in this project, I noticed one flaw that I think is very important and something I didn't necessarily even notice was a problem at first, something I didn't think too much about until I actually started trying to create this castle. And that is, obviously, for those of you who don't already know, I am a Minecraft builder. I am a very good one at that as well, and I build a lot in Minecraft. If you didn't know that, then you probably haven't seen my channel before, and welcome to the channel. However, if you guys do know me from Minecraft, then you guys have probably played Minecraft before, and you know that Minecraft is an interesting game, and it has a block limit of how high you can build in the game. You can only build to 256 blocks high. Now, that might not sound that important, and how does that relate to me having trouble with Blender? Because Blender has unlimited detail. I shouldn't have trouble with, you know, that kind of thing, but I actually did, and I was surprised that I had so much trouble with this particular issue, which was I was able to add way too much detail. In Minecraft, it limits you and it's optimized to play as a game. So whenever you play Minecraft, it saves, you know, a lot of your computer processing power, so it's not that hard to run. Blender, however, has to keep track of pretty much everything. So even though this is a surprisingly not that hardware intensive compared to most of my Minecraft renders, many of my Minecraft renders are surprisingly large files, this is surprisingly small. I don't remember the exact number, but I compared it and it was surprisingly smaller than I thought it was going to be. But if you guys want to get into Blender, the main thing that I learned from this is what I've been trying to say for the past minute, and that is, if you have built in Minecraft, then you're going to need to be very careful. Because in Minecraft, you're taught to add as much detail as you possibly can. And unfortunately, that does not really work in Blender. If you add too much detail, it's going to bog down your computer. You have to know what the end result is going to look like when you're done, so you don't over detail. Because if you over detail, it's going to slow down your PC. Another thing is you actually need to spend quite a bit of time on it. I didn't spend very much time on this project because I just wanted to do it for fun and learn how to use Blender better. However, if you want to get more seriously into Blender, you actually want to do something that's a proper project, you're going to need to spend hours on your project. So that whenever you go to render it, render it in your viewport is really the main thing. You want to be able to see the finished product in the viewport. You want to be able to render it really quickly. So you have to build it as low poly and as optimized as possible. Unfortunately, I didn't do that at all. What I did was basically just slop it together and try to get a good looking result. Truthfully, was very good practice. I learned a lot from it, like the fact that I probably shouldn't do that, and also learned how to build a roof, and right now that's what I'm watching myself do. You guys are way ahead of me at the moment, but yeah, the roof was definitely interesting to make. There's not really too many specific things I can talk about in this, except for obviously the issue I had with adding too much detail. The previous project I tried to do, it didn't work at all. I wanted to detail everything. I wanted to go too far. I'm so used to detailing every roof. In my Minecraft builds, I had just obscene amounts of detail compared to this right here. This has just so little detail compared to what I'm used to building and making. It's I feel deprived of my detail that I'm so used to having. It's actually pretty frustrating that I have this issue. I didn't think it would have been that. I didn't think it would be that big of an issue. but it's a pretty big issue. I guess I could do some smaller scenes. I'm gonna try some different stuff and see if my Minecraft workflow could actually help me have an advantage in some cases, which is definitely possible. So I may be doing some more of these videos. But the next thing is towards the end of the video, and I'm going to start explaining it now. It might be the end of the video now. As I said, I'm not even watching the edited version of the video. I'm just watching the original and doing simple voiceover. But I made a lot of mistakes in this. I made a lot of mistakes, but I really wanted a good looking image. So in the render, I actually purposefully covered up as many mistakes as I could. I made sure to put trees everywhere, and I did the trees wrong because they're too high poly, and man, I couldn't do anything after I added the trees in. I was lagging very badly. The other thing, obviously, is I added a lot of houses. I added the walls. I had the have the castle and everything. I made sure to make the textures quite detailed, as detailed as I could. I did also make the textures procedurally. I didn't use any image textures, and yeah, to make the project actually look good, like actually try to make it look like a proper image, I made sure to add a lot of fog and to make the image look punchy and cinematic. I tried giving it a cinematic look so I wouldn't have to worry about it as much, because of course this was surprisingly difficult to do, as I've previously mentioned. And to sort of like, I guess, counteract that, the fog, I would say, was the main part. I worked hard at making sure the fog was good. That was probably one of the only things I optimized, was the fog. There's actually a lot of ways to make fog. I think I know of 3 main ways. Let me think. Yeah, there's definitely more than 3, but there's quite a few ways of making fog, and it's definitely one of the more interesting things to make. I might make a tutorial on it. I don't know. Blender's very fun to use, and I might make more tutorials on it in the future, for depending on like if I want to or not. But it's definitely something I think I could do some pretty interesting tutorials on for sure. Especially since I think you guys would actually just be interested in seeing how Blender works and seeing me actually try doing something that I'm not good at. That's one reason why I'm posting this video. Many of you guys see me build stuff in Minecraft, and you see my finished product, you see me building it and like the time lapse and everything. Thing is, like, I'm a very good Minecraft builder. Like, that's just something I know to be true. You can watch my other videos if you don't believe me, but I am very good at it. I've been building for over 4 years, actually trying to build. I've been playing Minecraft for 9 or something. I have just been going super hardcore on Minecraft for a very long time. And whenever you see me build these projects in Minecraft, it's a little bit like unfair. You haven't seen any of my bad stuff, and I feel like sometimes people sort of get discouraged because they feel like, oh, I'll never be able to build that way. The thing is, I'm not good at everything. I mean, look at the thing I made here. It's pretty good, but it could be so much better than what I made it. Obviously, I have a big advantage compared to like most people whenever they try getting into Blender, because I do have those basic and like more advanced art skills from building in Minecraft. It definitely gives me an advantage. So don't think you'll be able to make something like this in Blender first try, or second try. I think this is my second try at like a proper creation in Blender. Maybe third. I guess it's third if you count the original donut tutorial from 2.79 I made a while back. But either way, the point I'm trying to make is, don't get discouraged. If you want to get into Blender and want to get into Minecraft, just go for it. You can definitely do it. It's a lot of work. It's an insane amount of work to learn how to create these things, be able to do all this stuff that like I enjoy doing. And it's just something that I feel like is rewarding for me, but it is extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. It takes a lot of time, but you guys definitely can do it. If you set your mind to it and you really, really want to do it, you guys can definitely do this kind of stuff as well. It's a lot of work. It may not be worth it to some of you, but anyway, that was just sort of like my inspirational speech at the end of the video. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Depending on how long I made the time lapse, it may be still going, it may not be. Enjoy the rest of the video if it's still going. I need to edit it right now. As I said earlier, I probably should have edited it first and then did the voiceover, but I just want to be chill, chill with you guys, just talk and have have fun watching me, model in Blender. Anyway, have a great time, and I will talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you sort of also enjoyed just the commentary that I brought to this. Is I was just trying to be chill with you guys, just talk while I watch the unedited version of it. Now, obviously, I couldn't show the entire process because my computer started getting really slow towards the end. But either way, hope you enjoyed seeing what I could show, especially for my third ever project. There's obviously a lot of mistakes. probably shouldn't mimic too much of what I did, but I think it was still a lot of fun, especially since I learned quite a few things while doing this. Either way, if you want to learn some more about Blender, there's a lot of really good tutorials out there by a variety of people. And then on top of that, I also have a Blender tutorial on how to render your Minecraft builds in Blender. I will obviously have that linked like all over the place most likely, so you can definitely check that out. Anyway, hope you have a great, wonderful, sublime day, and God bless.